Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been probably over a year since I've last done one of these video diaries and I felt it was the right time for another. So there has been quite a lot happening recently and I wanted to document that. So basically what's been happening is that very recently I've made the decision to move back to the countryside, and I've never really documented moving out of here in the first place, so maybe a bit confusing, but basically I've been living in a flat in a town nearby for just over a year, and yeah, I got my own place, moved out finally, and to be honest, I think the whole experience was really good, and being able to gain a bit more independence and you become a bit more self-reliant when you live on your own, so that kind of thing. But also just generally, having my own place was a really great experience. And yeah, also being somewhere so close to the beach as well was a really big plus because I absolutely love being near the sea. So just being able to, walk up the road and have that was really quite a luxury. So yeah, in general, it's been a really positive experience. But there's been quite a lot also going on in the background which has kind of led me to the decision to move back to family, and one of the main sort of driving factors for that, if you like, is the fact that the business which I've been running for the last probably 5 years now, coming up to that, I had to close over the last few months, and this was a really quite difficult decision to make because it's something that I'd put so much time into and took a very long time to build up, and it's kind of I've put a lot of my life into it really. And yeah, basically, if you don't know what I was doing, I used to run an online pet shop, so I would make my own animal feeds and sell those to customers online. So, especially for small animals like rabbits, guinea pigs, gerbils, hamsters, that kind of thing. So yeah, it had been a big part of my life, and I think just over the last year or so, it was kind of getting more and more difficult. I guess one of the problems was the cost of ingredients going up drastically. It's like every time going to order a new ingredient or more stock, the price is just going up and up, and I wasn't really able to up my prices anymore. It just wasn't really an option. But also that combined with the fact that I was kind of losing trade a bit. It's not what it used to be, especially when I was running my pet channels as well. I guess that kind of helped. But I guess everything had just been on like a slow decline, and it kind of had its day, I feel like. But I think it was definitely time to move on to something new. It was quite difficult decision to give it up altogether, but I knew it felt like the right time now, just with how everything was going, the cost of living and all that. But yeah, it kind of meant that I couldn't really afford to keep the flat. The flat also needs a lot of, let's just say it needs some TLC, and it needs quite a bit of spending on it to get it to be better for living in, even down to like the windows all need replacing. It needs upgrading in quite a few other areas as well, and yeah, I'm just not really in a position now to keep that going. So yeah, it's a difficult decision, but I decided to move back to family for now. I do feel like I'm more of a country girl at heart rather than, being in the town was a good experience, and I'm really glad I did it. I have no regrets about that at all. But I am so excited to be back actually in the countryside, and I was actually here a lot anyway because I work here and I also have a lot of my animals here, so I was kind of between the two places anyway. But now I'm kind of in the situation where, yeah, I'm moving back here full time pretty much. So that's where I'm at now. Having to close that business has left me in quite a lot of uncertainty as to what I want to do. I felt this real lack of direction for a long time. Yeah, I do have some other exciting plans for here, which I will hopefully be documenting in later on in the year. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, as for now, just trying to sort of reevaluate things, see where I want to go. Obviously, when you've done something for so long and you've had that routine and structure, and then to not have that anymore, it does leave you in this real kind of, yeah, I guess just like a lack of direction really, and it's been really quite hard to get back on track and figure out what I want, and what I'm going to work towards. But yeah, as for now, I'm just like pretty grateful to have this place and to be able to, stay here in the countryside and just get to enjoy that again really, because that's where I really like to be. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at, and yeah, I think in general the last year's been a really good experience, and I feel like I've learnt a lot actually from that. So even though it didn't necessarily go as planned as such, I feel like it's still been valuable to have that, and I'm trying to see it as kind of an opportunity now to work on something completely different, and yeah, that I wouldn't have otherwise had the chance to do if I was still doing what I've been doing the last 5 years or so. And I think I'm kind of craving something new as well. But yeah, I'm also hoping to get out filming a lot more now as well, because that's another big passion of mine, and I've just felt like I'm not really given the time to it that I want to. So yeah, quite a few things I'm planning to work on. Again, kind of feeling a little bit uncertain about things, but I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just trying to get back on track and get working at something new and sort of creating a new routine. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and Thank you for listening.